Today we're going to be taking a look at Brands Hatch, a European road course located in West Kingsdown, England. Coming in just under 2.5 miles, it's actually one of the smaller courses in the Gran Turismo series. It's featured in many more racing games, including motorcycle games, for well over a decade now, and it's highly sought after in real life as well. The track is situated on top of a very hilly terrain and surrounded by extremely lush, dense woodlands. Most of my knowledge of this track and many other European and Asian tracks comes from either video games or watching live racing events. It's not quite the same as being there, but you can get enough of an idea to understand what a track should look like and how it should perform. Brands Hatch is actually one of my favorite tracks in the game. It's got a lot of the key features that you find in the speed ring, and with the added event of the third turn being that really sharp turn. Other than that, it's all fast and pretty much sweeping turns that aren't really that complicated, so it gives you door-to-door, neck-to-neck action. For my money, it seems like Gran Turismo is one of the best at simulating the width of the track, the length of the track, the surface of the track, how your car reacts on it. They've been real meticulous in the details ever since probably, I want to say number 3 came out. Maybe it started with number 4 though. Unfortunately, with the Gran Turismo series, as we've gotten into later iterations, they reuse a lot of assets. It's not as bad in this one as it was in like number 5, where they just put HD resolution on top of Gran Turismo 4 for 75% of the game. That was crap. And unfortunately, our friend here, Brands Hatch, falls on the short end of the stick when it comes to that. First things first, when it comes to talking about the graphics, is they don't have the most realistic looking skies in video games. That probably goes to Forza Horizon 5, but who else can match them? But their skies are really good. I love the way the clouds build up. They actually cast shadows all over the whole place. It changes, the color of the environment, kind of like in real life. Colors become darker and muted. Track side, Gran Turismo 7 does a really good job. The track surfaces, it doesn't really show that much on this race because everything's pretty much the same texture. Go to Nürburgring or someplace like that, it shows up good. But the rumble strips, the patches of dirt, they'll have little chunks of rocks in them and stuff like that. The gravel pits, they look pretty good. Now I wish it had more 3D grass, but most games, they have trouble running on full 3D grass on these consoles. Now the newer ones, it's going to get a lot nicer. It's when you get beyond the walls and the barricades that things start falling apart for this track. The first line of trees around the track is acceptable to me. At racing distance, they look like they're supposed to be. They pretty much have full 3D trunks, and even though they're not 3D, they got multiple branches sprouting out everywhere. There's a great variety both in size and color and the kinds of trees, so that part, it's acceptable. Now, as you can see, right before that straightaway, right before the last turn, right behind those trees was all those old 2D trees. It's probably leftovers from like Gran Turismo 5 or 6. Polyphony needs to they need to cut those out of the game. I'd rather they not be in there at all. Maybe just duplicate a couple of other 3D trees and put them here and there to give it a little more bit of a 3D feel, but get that flat crap out of there. It looks terrible. Now, I know that's a symptom of your simulator racing games, and all of them have it really, but there's very few tracks, even on this game, that have them that close to the road. I'm pretty sure all those trees that look so 3D in the forest, on the mountains and stuff in the background, that's probably what they are. And that's fine. They're far enough away, you can't see it. You shouldn't have that close to the screen any longer in video games, period. Now, other than the trees, the lighting on this track seems like a really old model. You don't really get shadows cast at all. A lot of the other ones, the shadows, they're running over the track. When you drive under them, they pass over your car realistically. The light beaming through where the holes are in the trees and things like that. Then you don't get the glow on the grass or the surfaces like you do. You get a little bit of, right when you're driving directly into the sun, you get a little bit of that orange on there, but it doesn't glow like it should. The lighting is not near as good as other parts of the game. Now, when people see this is why everybody's talking so bad about the graphics on this game. They're not all like this. Now, all that said and all the flaws about this track, is still one of my favorites. You can come race me on this track anytime you want. It's got that one complicated turn, but for the most part, most of the turns are sweeping, and you can keep a lot of speed through them. Good long straightaways. You don't have to be the Gran Turismo god. You could invite your friends over and jump on this track, and they wouldn't have to have much experience before they got good enough at the game to have a good time. Don't throw your friends on Nürburgring the first day unless you're a dick. So, hey buddy, let's race on Nürburgring. For the second half of the video, I'm just going to let the rest of the race play out. It was a pretty good race. I'm running in grade 4 Ford Mustang. It's a pretty nice car. The thing is, it's an American muscle car, so it's really fast. But there's other cars in the class that get way better gas mileage. They're lighter and they turn easier. See the Suzuki Swift that I have to battle. I had to pull off some crazy level pit strategies with some gas management at the end, and it's a pretty epic finish.